Hello and good evening to you all. I want to look at the Euro USD one more time as I want to be taking advantage of a bearish momentum that appears to be unfolding right now. From the look of the structure we have here on the daily time frame, the euro looks vulnerable as the dollar remains very strong, especially after the non-farm payroll result that was released on Friday, which was very positive, giving the dollar a leverage to push the euro to the downside. So now, after connecting the series of lower highs here on the daily time frame, we are it's obvious that we are on a downtrend scenario. And if you remember my last speculation on this pair, you'll remember I shared a setup where I was actually expecting that this bullish trend line here will probably guide price action to the upside, where I was expecting price to come back into that bearish trend line with an intention of evolving into a reversal pattern that will send price crashing to the downside. However, that did not happen actually, as we can see in the last couple of weeks how the level at around the 1.02500 area has been rejecting price action. We can see anytime price comes into this area, the sellers will always push price to the downside, giving us a clue that the buyers can actually not push price above this level. So this makes things more interesting at this point. So what I wanted to be doing here is that, okay, fine, if the supply zone here cannot be broken in the last 2 weeks, then definitely with a good result, a good non-farm payroll result for the euro, for the dollar, I'm thinking we might be having a downtrend scenario going into the new week. So let's scale down to a much lower time frame and I will be showing you what my perspective are. So now we scale down to the lower time frame, and the first thing I was able to do is to identify the supply zone here at the 1.02500 level, which is a very strong psychological level. And I want to be seeing, since we're already seeing a rejection from that level, then one thing I want to be doing here is to prepare myself for a bearish move. Now, if we look at this bullish trend line here, you can see it has been holding price action supported since on the 14th of July. We saw this impulsive move to the upside, which was rejected from that supply zone. And the second time it got tested on that bullish trend line, the expansion, the momentum wasn't that huge as the previous one. You can see how it is. And the third time it tested it, the momentum was diminishing already. And then we saw this breakdown of that bullish trend line during the course of last week trading session. So to guide my action and make things easier for me during the new week, I was able to identify a key level at 1.0200 area. And why is that level at that point? Well, if we look at the structure we have here, since the beginning of the month of July, we saw our price action was rejected at this level, giving us a clue into the selling possibilities that lies around this area. We can see multiple rejection of this area, though this area became a demand zone at one point in time during the later part of the month of July, but it was not able to push price further to break out of that supply zone. And then we can see we have selling niche here as well. We had one here and we had this breakdown during the later part of last week trading session. So with the information I just shared with you now, you will agree with me that this is quite a very significant level that has been a major determinant of price action in the past. Anytime price comes into this level, we see price either rejects it or break through it. But most of the time, we've been seeing selling momentum right from that area. So now going into the new week, what I'm looking forward to is a further breakdown of that bullish trend line. And with that key level at 1.0200 area, I'm not going to be doing any sell above that level. So I want to see price oscillate right below the 1.0200 area for me to be selling the Euro USD. So one thing I want to be doing during the early hours of the new week is to look at how price action is going to relate with this level around here. Am I going to be seeing a falling wedge? Am I going to be seeing a what's it called, a bearish rectangular pattern in such a way that we see a consolidation phase before a breakdown retest of structure that will send price to the downside? So I want us to stay tuned in as during the early hours of the new week, I'm going to be sharing an update in the comment section of this video where I will be telling you how I intend entering the selling momentum that might be involving here on the Euro USD. So for me on the Euro USD, it's very simple. I'm looking forward to price oscillating right below the key level at 1.0200 area, which also shares a confluence with that bullish trend line. So right below, if we see price move a retest of structure, then I might be joining the rally to the downside. So stay tuned in. I will see you on Monday and I will be sharing with you what my plans is going to be like. If this video in any way has been of help in making your individual decision, please kindly support it by clicking the like button. Thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you Monday morning. Good night. Bye bye.